Hi everyone, it's Jean from Jean's Gems, and I wanted to visit with you today to show you a couple things that I have been working on. I finished my very first design team project for Kim Newberg. I had requested that she make some poppy images for me because I've been talking for a long time about making a poppy video. So this journal evolved based on not only the images, but some of the color schemes and some of the design, just based on the images themselves. So the images that I chose, and if you go to Kim's Coffee site, you will see the one she has on both her free and her membership site. She just uploaded some beautiful floral ones. I don't have, my printer doesn't have ink right at the moment, so I'm limited as to what I can show you, but I will leave her store link at the bottom so that you can go ahead and check that out. But the designs that I picked mainly for this project were the ones that Kim had designed with some denim. So if you have checked out a few of my other videos that I have posted, I was showing you how to make your own fabric. And I had talked about some of this green, and I had talked about the red that I did, and also some of the blue jean that I had kind of stamped on so I could get a different look there. So what I've done with this this journal, and I just tied it with this, it's kind of a burgundy brown kind of ribbon. It matched the colors very well. And I want to give you a little disclosure. When I'm making something, I can't help but make it three-dimensional because I'm very much a person that loves texture. So the journal itself, as you can see now, it's pretty fat. And it still closes nicely with the closure. I made the base of this out of cardboard because I wanted to leave some of the cardboard rustic and then some of the cardboard I covered. So let me show you the first thing. Now this is a detachable tag, and it is made out of some blue jean material, denim material that I put little polka dots on. And of course I added one of Kim's images and the poppies. Now I wanted, since this was the top piece of the journal, for the poppy to kind of be three-dimensional. So I curled up the leaves somewhat, and then I also put some gel medium on them to see if it would stiffen them up a little bit. So the blue jean material, the fabric that I made that you can see right here, I didn't have quite enough to cover the whole journal. So I used the burgundy fabric on the back and on the front. And actually right here, if I can get my finger under it, you can use this as a pocket as well to stick things in it. So I probably would have put some more images in here, but like I said, my printer's on the fritz. So that's what I wanted to show you for the cover. And then of course here I made some denim leaves, and I frayed one side and left the other side normal. this is painted with some metallic paint that kind of matches some of the paint on the cover. And it's very textural, which I love. So let me show you the inside. Now, I am someone who, I guess you could say, tries to stay within the junk journal terminology. I do use scrap paper and things like that, but I'm not really big on making flips and gateways and all these different things that you sometimes see in journals. I usually just do whatever comes to mind. So I used some sewing with this, and I wanted to show you, I used some of my papers that I had designed. So this just fits into this little flap here. And there's another one of her poppy images. And then this is on one of my videos. I showed you how to make this little envelope. And when you open it, she's inside there. And you can see the corrugated cardboard here where I left that kind of rough. So, and then I have this piece that just comes out. It was a piece of scrapbook paper that I had that reminded me of like some brushed denim. So I put some blue in among these papers so that we could have that whole theme running through it. Now, this was also a piece of paper that I dyed with my dyeing technique and an envelope, and it kind of has a stencil here of a poppy. So I took this young lady after I stitched around her and I just stuck that in here. And then we have another page with a poppy on it. This is a page that I made kind of by accident. I was just stamping some flower designs with my stencil, and I came out with this interesting page, sewed around it. And here on the flip side, we have another one of the girls, and she has a pretty little neck piece there. And then this is just a little envelope with a belly band that you can stick different things in if you'd like. And there's a lot of journaling space. Now, I did have a tiny bit of problem with my sewing machine with my bobbin. So sometimes you see the thread and it's kind of wonky, and that doesn't really bother me. I think it adds some interest to the journal. Here is another page that I dyed that has a little bit of the stencil coming through. And I made, this is the center of one of the signatures. So I made this into a little pocket. And you've probably seen these in my other video. These are just some tags that I have made. And they're backed with book paper. And then they just slide down in here. Now when I slide them in, I try to keep the poppy straight like this one so that it doesn't wrinkle it all up. But it was a really cool page that came out as far as the stenciling that came through and the colors. And so I ended up getting some muted colors like the oranges and the light reds that I wanted with the tea dyeing, and not tea dyeing, ink dyeing. And I had done these little tabby things too. This is just a really big doily that I folded in various layers, and you can actually stick things in here if you want to. I sewed it on so that it wouldn't come loose. Here's another tag that I made. This was a book that I had dyed along with my papers, and I thought this was a cute little sentiment. And on the back, it has book paper, and I used one of my Hexies. I had some like metallic poppy type paper. I use that. I'm not sure that I'm a big fan of it with the other design, but then I'm using gold clips, so I think it'll be okay. Here's the back side of that paper I made. Here's another one that has a stencil design and stitching. And this is the other side of that pocket page that you can just put her in. And then this is an additional signature that I made because the way the cardboard folded, it just needed more in it. So I have a piece of sheet music I dyed, and then I stamped the red poppy on it. I have another blank tag with the metallic poppy, and this is just a piece of chipboard. And what I did with this is I wanted to make sure that I use the two fabric pieces that I made. So this one I used as kind of like a belly band. So you can put things under each side. And these are some tags that I handmade. I cut out the tag and then I went through it with my sewing machine, and I tried to make like a side view of a poppy. Now this may be kind of a Georgia O'Keeffe or some type of abstract, but I thought these were cool, and I added these so that they could go into this little belly band, because I wanted something under there that was kind of interesting. That's getting stuck on something. Let me try this end. There we go. So we can put those in. And then here, this is just another piece of the dyed paper that I sewed, kind of different. And this is the front of this little this envelope. This was a image I got off of Pixabay, so this is not Kim's, but it was just a white image, background image of poppies. So I added that on there. And this young lady, she's sewn on to this piece. And you know I have to use buttons and something, right? So she gets a button on her topper there. So these are just little pieces. This flips out. You can stick some things in here if you want to. I sewed it. I put some trim on it. Sorry about that. This is like a little, you flip this out and this comes up, and then it has all these different little papers in it. So you can either take those out and journal on them and then stick them somewhere else in the book, or, you know, what have you. This is actually on a belly band, so if you want to stick some tags in there, you can certainly do that and stick them right there. And of course we have some more of the paper towel poppies, and these are just some plain pages that I added. This one has a pocket here if you want to put something in it. This is, again, the other side of that sheet music. And then the back cover has my very big poppy that I made the first time. And I have another, to plant a garden is to believe in. I guess the in got cut off for some reason. Yeah, that's funny. And here, these are just two little background sheets. So you have a lot to play with in the journal. And it was really fun making the pages and making the different tags. And I think that for me, it was a good experiment, because it allowed me to get out of some of my normal color zones that I'm in. I'm usually in a much more vintage palette, but I love the way that this turned out for Kim, and I really enjoy working for her. I have to decide what I'm going to do next, but I do want to focus too on these really cool beads that I made. These are paper beads that are done with wire, so they're wired, and then up here at the top I just put a little piece of the binding thread so that I could hang on them, so they could hang on it, excuse me. So there is my my journal. I hope you like this style. I'm still, no matter what I think when it comes to journaling, I will probably always be someone that will just do what comes to my mind rather than copying all these folds and these flips and all this. I mean, that is great, and I love that too. But when I'm working, I just kind of put in there what comes to my mind. So there is my Poppy journal, finally finished, and haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. I do know that once I get my printer back up and running, I do want to put a few more images in it, just to make it, you know, chock full of Kim's art, which is so beautiful anyway. So there she is. These are a little long, but I'll trim them up then. But this was really fun and really exciting, and what I liked about it is a lot of the things that were done with this journal were my design. So I designed the flower, and I designed my own paper, and so that's the beauty of one artist making something like these poppy images, and then putting the denim with it, and then thinking about how you can incorporate that into your overall project. So there we go. My Poppy Design Team journal is finished. And I thank everybody who's watched my videos up to this point. And if you want to get these images and many of the other ones that Kim has available, just check her Ko-fi site, and she will, she has several on the free side that you can work with, and then tons and tons if you join her monthly membership, which is, I think, only $3. So not bad for being able to have access to all her images when she makes them. So there you go. There's the Poppy journal finished finally. There's one other thing I wanted to mention to you. Now, I've been dabbling a little bit in digitals, and I told you all this the last video that we were together. But I wanted to show you some that I have made. Now, these are kind of like vintage backgrounds that you can use in your art, and I have made them in different sizes. So if you go to my Etsy shop or my Ko-fi shop, you will see where they are done in different sizes. Again, my printer has not been working, so I couldn't show you every single one that I have, but there's 3 in this set, and a lot of them are different, so you don't get all the same one. So you want to check out the background hearts, and backgrounds and see if you can use them in your art. They're very romantic and beautiful, I think, so they'll be fun to work with. The next thing that I have designed are what I call bulb babies. Now, I didn't know exactly what to call them because they're not really for Christmas or anything of that nature, but I love the way that they came out with the circles, and some of them have the little bulbs. So you can get a set of 3 of these, some in this size, some in a larger size, sort of like this layout, on my Etsy shop. I'm going to put these in my Ko-Fi. Why do I want to say that? Sorry, in my coffee shop tonight, so you guys can take advantage of them. I'm going to be offering 1 set free and 1 set, and some of the sets I will be starting a membership side for, because, you know, it's not very expensive for the membership, but it helps us because we can pay for our ink and paper and things like that to be able to show you all the beauty of the images that we create. So I hope you take a look at these. They would be perfect for little ornaments if you wanted to make them. And when I make my images, I try to make children that are different ethnicities or different hair colors. I don't want all blondes. I want brunettes and black hair. And there's a little Asian girl, little African American girl. And they just, this one even looks like she might be kind of Mexican. So you can you'll get a variety of girls on all your pages. And this page, as you see, I put this one and this one together. So on the coffee site and on Etsy, you'll see that this one is different. So check those out and let me know what you think. And I'm going to be uploading some more. So I will show you what I'm uploading next. I'm going to upload a set of these young ladies. These are some that I designed for kind of like a winter theme. I know that a lot of people like to use children images in their work. So this purple is one of my favorite colors. So this is one of the new ones that I'll be putting in. And additionally, I'm going to add this one. Now I have one cut out because I used it for something, but this one is also kind of a wintry theme. So I'm going to add those as well. And then let me see what else I'm going to put on there. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to add those. If I decide to add some others, I'll definitely post in either Kim or Caroline's Facebook group so that you guys can see. But there will be 2 new ones added. Usually what I do is I do 3 sheets and try to variate the girls if I can. If not, I will do some larger ones for you so you can use them as journal cards. But I'll have one set that will be free for you, and then the other 2 will be on the membership side if you want them. So these are going to be really fun to share with you, and I hope you enjoy them and consider making something with them. If you have any questions or concerns, as I always mention, you can contact me at jeansgems@gmail.com. I am almost to 500 subscribers. And guys, I know that I have one friend in particular. Her name is Michelle from the Hobby Hobbit, and she faithfully lists me as one of her favorite channels. So that is something that we all can do to help each other out. You know, I'm always mentioning Kim. I mention Caroline from Caroline's Craft Tree. I mention other people like Sheila from, she's boho something, and I always forget. She was the one that I got the idea for the paper beads for my journal. So I will list all of that down below so you all can take a look at it. And, you know, share, do shout outs. If you have an Instagram or an X account, or you have Facebook and you want to share these images and projects in there, please do that, because the more exposure we get, the higher the numbers of subscribers will get. We also, you know, put out really good quality videos that people enjoy and things that they can learn from. So if my style fancies you, then I would be so delighted if you would watch my videos and subscribe. So I hope you all have a very nice evening. I will be doing a little bit of work on the computer, and I will be coming back because I want to show you how I made these. They're not really leaves, they're more like feathers. And I also wanted to show you what I have done with my medallions that I have been making. So we will see you again soon, hopefully tomorrow. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.